morning, dear student. I am Najmu Saheb, lecturer in Business Studies, Vishwamana PU College, Chitradurga. So, dear student, in last videos we have seen regarding the internal trade. The internal trade is also called as domestic trade or home trade. Okay. Regarding the internal trade and types of internal trade, we have seen particularly about the wholesalers and the services provided by the wholesaler to the manufacturers or producer or to the retailers that we have seen in a last video. In today's video, we shall discuss about one more type of internal trade is retail trade or retailers. Okay, retail trader or retailer. Okay, so retailer is a person, a retailer trader or retail trader is a person who buys goods from the wholesalers, and whatever the goods he will buy, okay, that goods will be cut, okay, that goods will be separated in a small quantities, that is, that cuts them into small quantities and sell them to the ultimate user. So usually retailer is a business enterprises that particularly engage in sale of goods and services to the ultimate users. Okay, so retailer is a person who buys the goods and services either from the wholesalers or from the manufacturers. Okay, they buy the goods and services usually in a larger quantity, and the same quantity cut into the smaller quantities and resell those goods and services to the ultimate users. Okay, so the retailing trade or retailer will represent the final stage in a distribution of goods and services. They are the person who sell the goods and services to the ultimate users. Even the retailers will provide different types of functions, okay, like packing of the goods and services, division of goods and services. Okay, like in distribution of goods and services, they will also perform number of functions in order to meet the requirements of a consumers. Okay, there may be number of different types of retailing, okay, selling of goods and services you are witnessing in your surroundings, like selling of goods and services personally selling of goods and services by visiting, let's say for example, detergents, okay, soaps. Individual will come visit to your doorstep and they will give their services, they sell their products. And even the vegetables, or even nearby your localities there will be small shops. Okay, likewise you are going to witness n number of retailers who are selling goods and services or who are satisfying the varied requirements of a consumers. Okay, so these retailers are the last final, they will come at the end of the distribution channel. Okay, they are the last. See, when we go through the distribution channels, when we come across the manufacturers or producer, next we come across the dealers, next are the wholesalers, after wholesalers we come to the retailers, and retailer to the consumers, okay, ultimate consumers. Okay, the retailers represent last stage, they are the last stage in a distribution channel. Okay, they are at the end. Okay, they are very near to the consumers who directly sell the goods and services to the consumers. So, retailers will also perform very important functions like division of goods, packing of goods, giving information regarding the arrival of goods to the consumers. Okay, they will also collect the marketing information, okay, the conditions of the market, taste and preferences of the market, which is very helpful, which is very essential for the business enterprises, are very useful for the manufacturers to produce the goods and services according to the needs and requirements of our consumers. So usually, basically, a retailer business means what here? Retail trade is what here? Retail trader or a retailer is a person. He is a person or it is a business enterprises, okay, who buy goods and services or products from the wholesalers. Either they may buy the goods and services from the wholesalers or from the manufacturers, that is depends, and cuts in the sense what usually the retailers will buy the goods and services in a large quantity from the dealers, from the wholesalers. Okay, The large quantity will be divided into the small lots or small quantities. Okay, cut them into small quantities. Okay, whatever the quantities will be divided, same that quantity of goods and services will be resold to the consumer for the consumption purpose, but not for the resale. Okay, quantities and sell them into the ultimate consumers or the ultimate users. Okay, this is what retailers. Retailers represent, okay, they are at the end of the distribution channel. Okay, whatever the distribution channel of there is there, distribution of goods and services, they represent the last stage of distribution channel. Okay, they provide number of services to the manufacturers as well as to the consumers. By satisfying their needs, they plays a very important role. Let us now discuss the services provided by the retailers to the manufacturers as well as to the resellers, and the services or functions performed by the retailers to the consumers. Now let us see one by one. Now let us see about the services of the retailers. The services, the retail serves a very important link between the consumer as well as with the wholesalers or producers. They act as an intermediary between the consumer as well as the manufacturers or wholesalers in the process of distribution of goods and services. There are number of services or the functions performed by the retailers to the manufacturers as well as to the wholesalers. Okay, so the valuable services provided by the retailer are as follows. Okay, the first function or the first services provided by the retailer is helps in distribution of goods and services or distribution of products. Okay, retailer provides, a retailer traders will provides very important function or service in distribution of goods and services. They provides help to the manufacturers as well as the wholesalers in distribution of their products produced. Okay, whatever the goods they have manufactured, that goods has to be distributed, that goods has to be sold to the ultimate consumers. Okay, this retailers will help in distribution of goods and services or distribution of their products by making these goods available to the final consumers. Okay, by putting effort that availing such goods and services to the, by making availability of such goods and services to the ultimate consumers or the final users. Okay, who may be scattered, the consumers are scattered over the wide or over the large category geographical areas. So the consumers are not concentrated in certain places, they are scattered, they are at the different places. So in order to satisfy their needs, retailers plays a very important role. Okay, the consumers are the final users are scattered over the vast geographical area, thus they provide a place utility. So the retailers will provide a place utility by making goods available to the consumers. So by making the goods and services available to their nearby localities, nearby the consumers, where they can easily purchase such goods and services, where they can easily satisfy themselves. That is what helps in distribution of goods and services. If retailer was not there in distribution channel, then the wholesalers or the manufacturers or producers have to do, or they have to carry out this distribution of goods and services. That is the next important we are going to discuss. Okay, next one is personal selling. Okay, in the process of distribution of goods and services, okay, to the consumers or to the ultimate users, some amount of personal effort, some amount of personal selling effort has to be put. Personal selling in the sense, you have to convince, you have to pursue, you have to encourage the consumer to buy certain goods and services. That is what face-to-face conversation you have to do. That is what we say personal selling. Okay, in the case of distribution of goods and services, some extent of personal effort, personal selling effort has to be put, is necessary by the retailers. Of course, this personal selling will also done by the retailers okay, the retailers relieves the manufacturers or wholesalers from this activity, and it is greatly help them in process of actualization of the sales, in the process of distribution, in the process of selling of their goods and services. So personal selling effort which is made by the retailers in order to sell the goods and services will relieve the manufacturers or the wholesalers. Thereby they will increase or they will sell the goods and services. They in the sense the retailers. Okay, that is what personal selling. Enabling large scale operation. The third services provided by the retailer to the manufacturer as well as the wholesaler is large scale operation. So, large scale operation in the sense production of goods and services in a bulk quantity. That is what say large scale operation. On account of retailer services, on the account of these retailers, okay, with the help of the retailers, the manufacturers and the wholesalers, they are free from trouble, or they are free from this problem in the sense that they are free from distributing or individual sale of goods and services in a small quantities, so that they can concentrate on their operations. They can they can operate the goods and services on a large scale. Okay, that is what enabling large scale operation. This means that the personal selling, whatever there, the small quantity of goods and service, whatever you are selling, the task will be done by the retailers. So it relieves the wholesalers as well as the manufacturers from this trouble, making individual sales to the consumer in small quantities. This enable them to operate on relatively large scale and thereby concentrate on their activities, on their operations. So here individual sales will be done by the retailers. The part of the work of the manufacturer is to concentrate on the production. That is what enabling large scale operation. Next one is collecting marketing information or collects the market information. So third and very important function performed by the retailer is collecting market information. As we know that the retailers remains direct and constant touch with the buyers. He will constantly and regularly directly he will meet the consumers, okay, or buyers. They serve as an important source of information. Retailer act as a very important source for the information about the taste, about the preferences, about the attitude of the consumers. Okay, such information is considered very useful in the manufacturing of goods and services. Okay, whatever the information they will collect about the market in the sense the taste and requirements, the taste and preferences of the consumer, their behavior, their reviews on a product, okay, and the conditions, market condition, how the market is, okay, the demand for the particular product is there or not. Such marketing information is very useful for the manufacturers in order to take the marketing decision in an organization, in order to not only take marketing decision but also to take the production decision. Okay, it's the market information plays a very important role. That is what that will be given by information will be given by the retailers. Next one is help in promotion. So retailers will also help in promotion of goods and services. By participating in the promotion of goods and services, they help in selling of goods and services. That is what from time to time manufacturers and the distributors have to carry out promotional activities. They have to done promotional activities like advertisement, okay, personal selling, okay, arrangements of certain incentives, short-term incentives like free gift, coupons, okay, likewise there are number of things, incentives will be arranged in order to increase the sales. In order to increase the sales, they will go for the number of promotional activities. Okay, by participating in this activity by the retailers, which help in promotion of sale of goods and services. That is what it also helps in promotion. So the first one is helps in distribution of goods and services, personal selling, large scale operation, collect marketing information, help in promotion. These are the services provided by the retailers to the manufacturers as well as to the wholesalers. So the next one is services of retailer to the consumers. Okay, the services provided by the retailers from the point of view of the consumers. Okay, from that point, the services provided is like the first services is regular availability of product, regularity in distribution of goods and services. The very most important functions are the very most important services provided by the retailer is the retailer to the consumer is to maintain the regular supply or maintain the regular availability of goods and services or product which is produced by the different manufacturers. This makes the buyers to buy the goods and services whenever they need, whenever they want, okay, whenever they require, when they need it, they can make a purchase. That is what regular availability of product. So very important function provided by the retailer to the consumer is regular availability of product of a different manufacturers. Okay, by keeping ready the goods and services, okay, this makes the consumers to buy, or this makes the buyers to buy the product as and when they require, as and when they need it. That is what regular availability of a product. Next one is new product information, very important. So the retailers will also provide the information regarding the arrival of a product by making effort on a personal selling, or by displaying the products in their showcase, okay, in their shelves. Okay, they will display the products in their shelves or in their racks by making arrangements for the display of goods and services. They will also sell, or they will also give the new product information to the consumers, okay, by doing personal selling, by arrangement, by making display of goods and services. By doing so, they will also promote the new product launched in a market, okay, thereby the consumer can make a buying decision. That is, buying decision is nothing but they can buy the new goods and services. That is what new product information. The retailers will also give the arrival of a product, like new product is going to be launched next week or this week, it is going to become, okay, like such information, the features, okay, the configurations of a product, okay, the usage, the price, every information will be given by the retailers to the consumer so that they can make a buying decision. Next one is convenience in buying. Of course, it is very important function provided by the retailers, like convenience in buying. So retailers generally buy the goods and services in large quantity. So usually the retailers will buy the goods, they purchase the goods and services in bulk, and the same thing will be sold there to the in a small quantities to the consumers. According to the requirements of a consumer, they will sell the goods in a smaller quantity. Also, they normally situated nearby the localities or nearby the residential areas. Okay, nearby the residential area they will keep their shop. Okay, which is very helpful, which is very convenient for the buyers to buy the products and services as and when required. That is what convenience in buying. Convenience in buying in the sense, retailers will buy the goods and services in large quantity and sell these goods and services in a small quantity according to the requirement of a consumer. And also they are situated nearby the localities, nearby the residential areas where the consumers, where the buyers can easily go and make a purchase. That is what convenience in buying. Next one is wide selection. So retailers generally keep the stocks of different types of product or different types of goods and services, various types of goods and services produced by the different manufacturers. This enables the consumers to make the choice, to make their choice out of the goods, out of this wide selection of goods and services. They can make a choice between the goods available. So retailers will keep the various types of goods and services produced by the different manufacturers. So here buyers will have an option, they can choose any one which they feel best. That is what wide selection. Next one is after sale services. So retailers will also provide important after sale services to the consumer by attending the consumer's complaints, by supplying home delivery, by supplying the spare parts, doing home deliveries of goods and services to the consumers. So this becomes a very important factor in making regular purchase, making buyer's decision, purchasing of the goods and services on repetitive basis from the same retailer. That is what after sale services. Next one is provide credit facilities. Even the retailers will provide credit facilities to the buyers, those who are regular to them. They will sell the goods and services on a credit basis. These are the services provided by the retailers to the consumer. The first one is regular availability of goods and services, new product information, convenience in buying, wide selection, after sale services, provide credit facilities to the consumers. So these are the services provided by the retailers to the wholesalers as well as to the manufacturers, and again the services provided by the retailers to the ultimate users. Next topic is very important topic is types of retailing trade. Okay. So there are many types of retail trade in India. In order to understand, it is very useful to classify them into a very common categories. Different categories of classification is done based upon the ownership, based upon the merchandise, based upon the whether they have a fixed place of a business or not, based upon the size, based upon the different basis. Retailing has been classified. Say for example, based upon the size, we have three categories. One is large shops, medium as well as a small retailing. Based upon the ownership, we have a sole trading concern, partnership, company, cooperative society. Based upon the merchandising handle, we have specialty stores, departmental stores, supermarkets. Based upon the fixed place, based upon the places of the organization, we have two categories. One is itinerant retailers, another one is fixed shop retailers. Under the fixed shop retailers, again we have two categories. One is fixed shop small retailing, another one is fixed shop large stores. Okay, these are the classification made based upon the place. Based upon the place, we have made a classification like itinerant retailers, fixed shop retailers. Now let us discuss what exactly the itinerant retailing trade. So coming to the types of retailing, first one we have based upon the fixed place. Okay, as I told you, the classification has been made on different categories based upon the size, based upon the merchandise activity, based upon the ownership, based upon the place of their business operation. Based upon the fixed place of business operation, we have two categories. One is itinerant retailers, another one is fixed shop retailers. Coming to the itinerant retailers, so it is also a type of retailing trade, okay, where the itinerant retailers are the traders. They are the traders who do not have a fixed place, okay, who do not have the fixed place of business to operate from. They does not have any fixed place from where they can involve in a distribution of goods and services. Okay, they keep on moving from one place to another or from one street to another street in search of a consumers. So itinerant traders are those those individuals, are those merchandisers who does not have a fixed place in order to make a distribution of goods and services, or in order to operate from. They does not have any fixed place, particular place they does not have. They keep on moving. They continuously move from one place to another place, from one street to another street in order to search the consumers, in order to search the prospective consumers. That is, they are called as a itinerant retailers. Okay, the characteristics of the features, the nature of itinerant traders are, the itinerant trader, they are small traders. Usually they are the small traders operating with the limited resources, with the limited money, with the limited investment. They will perform the distribution activity. Okay, they deals in a consumable item. They normally deal in a consumable products of a daily used, such as toiletry products like fruits, vegetables, okay, milk, such products they are dealing. Okay, they provides greater consumer services. So the emphasis of such trader is to give a full satisfaction consumer services by making the product available at the doorsteps of the consumers. Okay, that is what they provide, greater consumer services. Greater consumer services in the sense by making available of goods and services at the doorsteps of the consumer. They will give much importance, much priority for the consumer services. Next one is limited inventories. As they do not have any fixed place of business to establish or to operate from, that is why they maintain a limited inventory either at a regular, either at their home or at any other areas, in any other places. That is what they will keep minimum inventory. They won't have large stock. They won't maintain stocks of the products or stock of goods. Okay, because they do not have any fixed place of business, or they do not have any godowns to store the goods and services. So they are called as an itinerant retailer. Itinerant retailers are the traders who do not have a fixed place of business to operate. Therefore, they move from one place to another place, from one street to another street in search of the consumers. Okay, so they are usually the small traders. They operate with the limited resources. Limited resources is the word. With minimum investment, they will involve in a distribution of goods and services. They normally deal in a consumable item. The consumable items are nothing but usually perishable products, daily used product like vegetables, toiletry products, okay, fruits, vegetables, milk product, like that. Such items they are dealing. Okay, they provide greater consumer services. Greater consumer services in the sense they give much importance for the consumer services by making the product available at the doorsteps of the consumers. Okay, they will also, as they do not have any fixed place of business, they will not maintain huge stock. They will maintain limited inventory at their home or at any other places. So these are all called, these are the feature or the nature of itinerant trade. So there are some most common types of itinerant traders are there. The common types of traders like peddlers, okay, market traders, street traders, cheap jacks. Okay, these are the few types of itinerant trade that we are going to discuss in a next video. Okay, thank you.